Very good evening, everybody. Welcome along, and everybody joining us on the live stream around the world. Good evening, everybody. What a great few days this has been, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It gives me a great pleasure to open the awards and closing ceremony of the 5th FAI World Indoor Skydiving Championships of Formation Skydiving, which is an FAI Category 1 competition. You're a good crew tonight. With me, we're like this. Without you, we're like this. It's great to have you all here. Hope you're having a great time. You enjoy the food? Indeed. So I'd like to please, first of all, welcome our jury president to the stage and the fastest live scorer that we've had in the studio. Please welcome Zelko Tanaskovic.
Good evening. As the president of the international jury, I hereby declare the event has been run according to FAI rules, that no protests are outstanding, and the scores have been verified and are correct. Thank you very much.
One more round of applause for all that time in the studio with the indicative scoring. You did a fantastic job. Thank you very much indeed. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to move on to a few honourable mentions. First of all, I would like to say a very special mention to the Brazilian 8-way team for a South American record for longest sequence of 23 points and an average of 17.8. Congratulations, Brazil. And also, a female record, an Asian record for the longest sequence of 24 points and an average of 20 for China 8-way. All right, let's get to it, shall we? We're going to start off with 4-way VFS. Ooh. With a total score of 211 points, a 21.1 average, and a high score of 40 on round 6. In third place, and the bronze medal, Italy! All right, now in second place with a total score of 242 points, a 24.2 average, and a high score of 42 on round 6. Second place, silver medal, USA! All right, now, with a high score of 45 on round 6, a total score of 282, a 28.2 average, and a round 10 with the OG of VFS in the tunnel flying with his sons. First place, gold medal, Zajebista, Poland! And ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding for the national anthem of Poland. Big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations, teams. I don't know if you can all get together for one shot in the middle, but it's a bit tight, but get as close as you can. One more photo. Yeah. One more time, one more photograph. You all got your shots. Congratulations, team. One more round of applause for the VFS. Thank you. Thank you, gentlemen. Spoko, gracias. Tak, dzięki. All right, we're going to move on, ladies and gentlemen, to the 8-way category. Yeah. At a total score of 257 points, high score of 37 in round 1, at a 25.7 average, third place, bronze medal, Qatar. All right, and now second place, high score of 38 in round one, total score of 275 with a 27.5 average. Second place, silver medal, France. Thank you very much indeed. And now, with a high score of 40 on round four, a 32.5 average, a North American record, and a world record. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2025 Indoor Champions of the World, first place, gold medal, USA. Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding for the national anthem of the United States of America. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you to our 8-way competitors.
Thank you.
Thank you, merci, monsieur. And now, ladies and gentlemen, thank you, Shokran. We're going to move on to the 4-way female category. And in third place, with a high score of 38 on round 8, a total score of 261, an average of 26.1, bronze medal, USA. And now, ladies and gentlemen, with a total score of 289, high score of 39 on round 8, and an average of 28.9, it's second place and silver medal for France. And now, after the incredible battle round for round, backwards and forwards, a total score of 291, a high score of 39 in round 8, and an average of 29.2. The brand new champions of the world in female 4-way, the gold medal, China! Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding for the national anthem of China. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. 谢谢. 谢谢. And now we move to the four-way FS. Third place in a total score of 306. A high score of 43 on round 8 and a 30.6 average. The bronze medal, Belgium. All right, so second place, total score of 314, high score of 49 in round 8 with a 31.4 average. It's a silver medal, USA. And now, with a total score of 329 points, high score of 45 in round 8, a 32.9 average, and for the very first time, indoor skydiving champions of the world, the gold medal, France! Coupe du Monde. Ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding for the national anthem of France. Congratulations to all the champions of the 5th FAI World Indoor Skydiving Championships. And as we take the final photographs, I would like to welcome to the stage your meet director, Randy Connell.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we send you home tonight, there is a list of thank yous that absolutely must be delivered. As many of us know, it is not one person or two people or even a trio who can deliver an event of this scale and this quality. With that said, I would like to say thank you to the following event sponsors. SunPath, particularly in the person of Pat Thomas. Thank you. Cookie Helmets, thank you very much. And Fresh Air for the jerseys. Thank you, and thank you again. The number of people it takes to construct an event of this scale is not hardly unimaginable, but it is significant, starting with the front desk staff and all of your tunnel instructors. Most importantly, Manny, are you in the house? Take your feet, Manny, I want to see you. Manny was our driver for the entire time. He drove every single competition round and every single competition flight. Largest man in the building in the smallest possible room. Thank you very much, Manny. The broadcast crew, Regan, Sonic, Charles, and LJ, absolutely killing it on the live stream. And most importantly, event video and video support. And I'll tell you what, VFS teams, you owe one of these men a special thank you. He worked for days to make sure you got the best video ever delivered to the judges during an Indoor World Championships. Anthony. And his partner in crime, Kevin. In-time scoring, Dirk and Claire, take your feet. We've come to rely on you so much. Love you both. Thank you very much. Mark Friedlingsdorf and your entire team of judges, who I think did a magnificent job. Thank you very much. Mark and his judges could not have done as well without the logistics and sometimes emotional support of the assistant to the chief judge, Mary Lou Laughlin. Keeping us all in line with the occasional whip and the occasional carrot, our FAI controller, Rena Gallo. responsible to oversee that all of it has been doing the proper way, our jury. Zelsko Tanaskovic, jury president, XC Honley, and our remote juror member who today is in Virginia, Albert Birchtold. Before any of us arrived here, a large team responsible for planning and logistics. Gina Billings, Michelle D'Annunzio, Joey D'Annunzio, and Amy Stockenberg. If you're out there, raise your hand, take your feet. You guys did a magnificent job. Thank you very much. But especially a massive shout out to Tim D'Annunzio and his family, especially John. John, where you at? There you are, right down front. Along with Mr. Kirk Werner. You guys run one of the best operations in the world. It has been my pleasure to come and handle this event for you. Thank you very much. One of the most important thank yous that we cannot forget is to all of the competitors here from all of the countries all over the world who came to the United States, graced us with your presence, your magnificent competition spirit, and you've absolutely done a great job. As your meet director, thank you very much. I am released.
The one, the only Randy Connell, ladies and gentlemen. And now I'd like to introduce our FAI controller and the first vice president of the ISE, Rena Gallo.
Thank you, everyone. It's been my pleasure to be here this week. On behalf of the ISE President, I wish to congratulate the champions and thank everyone for your participation and support of this event. I hope you enjoyed the competition and made new friends that will turn into lasting relationships with your fellow participants. The next FAI World Cup and European Championships of Indoor Formation Skydiving will be in Lille, France, April 9th to 11th, 2026. I wish you all fond memories and safe travels home. With this, I declare the 5th FAI World Indoor Skydiving Championships of Formation Skydiving closed. Enjoy your evening, everyone, and see you in France in 2026.
Thank you very much, Rena. I want to say a big thank you to all of you as well. It's been an incredible competition, it really has. Just give yourselves a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. How are we doing, guys? Mr. D'Annunzio, can I just ask you to come forward for one moment, please? Just for one 30-second thank you.
I don't like talking, so this is going to be awkward. But thanks for coming, everybody. It was great. I hope to see you all at the next one. I'm stalling for something. I'm not sure what it is, but yeah. I don't have anything else to say, man.
When's the next event here? What are we doing next here?
Yeah, the next event here really isn't until February of next year, the Indoor Nationals. Martial, where you at? We need you to bring 6 to 8 teams next year. That'd be great.
All right, excellent. That's what you call filling live. And to everybody watching on the live stream, just a few messages coming through here. Everybody's giving messages. Donna says, hug Sonic for me. I will do that later. Oh, that was fast. Not as fast as Talbot, but it was fast. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, please be upstanding for the anthem of the FAI. have an absolutely fantastic evening. The party continues in PKs with Matt Knight. Going to be there on the decks for you. It's been an amazing time. Thanks to all the production crew. Thanks to Sonic. From me, Regan Tetlow. Good night.